Have you ever been jealous of somebody else's success? Now, come on. Let's all be honest with each other. Of course we have. I mean, welcome to being human. Oh, not me, Pastor. Never, 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 never. Please. We've all been jealous of other people's success, and then we feel terrible about being jealous about somebody else's success. I want to teach you today a lesson that my grandfather taught me years ago about overcoming jealousy of other people's success. It comes from the story of John the Baptist. John chapter 3, beginning with verse 23. At this time, John the Baptist was baptizing at Aenon, near Salim, because there was plenty of water there, and the people kept coming to him for baptism. This was before John was thrown into prison. A debate broke out between John's disciples and a certain Jew over ceremonial cleansing. So John's disciple came to him and said, Rabbi, the man you met on the other side of the Jordan River, the one you identified as the Messiah, is also baptizing people. And everyone is going to him instead of coming to us. There's a little jealousy there of success. How did John reply? John replied, no one can receive anything unless God gives it from heaven. No one can receive anything unless God gives it from heaven. Now, brothers and sisters, I want you to understand something. No one can have anything unless God gives it to them from heaven. Now, people can try to take things, but they can't hang on to it. You'll watch it just dissipate like sand through your fingers. There are people who do try to take things from others, and they try to take businesses, and they want to. They're takers, but they can't hang on to it. It's like sand through their fingers on a beach. But when you see someone who really has something, and it's sustained and it's maintained, and you see them growing and you see them prospering, don't ever be jealous of them, because no one can receive anything unless God gives it from heaven. Recognize God gave that to them. And what you and I need to do is recognize God will give it to us too. If we will live the life and we will do his will, God will bless us also. There's never a need to be jealous of someone else's success. Now, sometimes we're jealous of their success because, forgive me, we don't like the plan that God has for our life. But we should learn to be content with what God has asked us to do with our lives. I learned this lesson from my grandfather one day when I sat down with my grandfather and I said, Grandpa, now he was retired now. Grandpa was way up in his 70s. And I said, Grandpa, I don't understand. You have always lived a godly life. You are an incredible preacher teacher. And Grandpa really was an incredible preacher teacher. And I said, Grandpa, why is it that these nobodies are on television and you're not on TV? I'd only been saved a few months when I asked him this question. And Grandpa looked at me and he said, now, Davy, first you must understand that I did exactly what God wanted me to do with my life. And he said, as far as being envious or jealous of these people with these big television ministries, he said, Davy, no one can receive anything unless God gives it from heaven. This is what God has given to them. And I should be happy for what God has given to them. Now, beloved, anytime you see, now I'm not talking about people who are trying to take things, but people that you see God's success upon their lives. When you see it, rejoice because God gave that to them.